Hey there, it's Adam Holland here with another case study video. This one is from a client in the FinTech software niche. They had hired 3 other agencies to try out YouTube and nobody could make it work. But I did, and they've been a client of mine for 3 years now, and we've spent over around $2 million on YouTube. Pretty awesome story here. So again, they tried out 3 other agencies before coming on board with me. They couldn't generate leads at a reasonable cost. They were just too expensive. Lead costs were all over the place. Everything was volatile. There was just a complete lack of sales. They were bringing in some leads, but even the leads they were bringing in weren't converting into revenue. And they were just burning through capital and losing a ton of money. And they said, man, maybe just YouTube isn't going to work for this offer. And then the owner of this company actually saw me on Facebook and said, oh, look, another YouTube guy. He looks like he knows what he's doing. And he connected me with his marketing director. And what ended up happening was, as you can see, they've been a client for over 3 years now, and they've spent just shy of $2 million. We're spending about $120,000 a month right now, a little bit more than that. So maybe in another month I'll re-record this video when we're exactly over the $2 million mark. So we're around $2 million in ad spend, and obviously if they've spent that, they've made way more than that, which is great. So what happened? How did this actually come to fruition? Well, other agencies really didn't understand the market. I've had several clients in this niche before. I've done financially trading successfully, I might add, myself, and I really understood the niche. I knew about futures and options and Forex. I knew what brokers were out there. I knew the industry lingo. So that helped me create the best converting ads. So because the other agencies didn't understand the market, their previous ads just were not built to convert. So using my industry knowledge in their niche, and using my framework to write converting ads, we got the ads to convert. And then after we got a decent lead cost, we got better at tracking the leads throughout the sales process. This particular client, they do video sales letters, they do webinars, they do a couple of different ways to generate their sales. But ultimately, they had a very old process, and it was very difficult to feed any of that data back to us, much less Google, to be able to figure out, okay, well, where is the best quality traffic coming from? Where are the engaged leads coming from? And ultimately, where are the buyers coming from? And we were able to slowly, but sure enough, figure out that process over time. Again, an old, clunky process. It's kind of like moving a large ship. It doesn't turn, like a jet ski, but turning this large organization's ship little by little, we were able to dial things in, get it working. And again, we've ramped up to 6 figures in monthly ad spend at this point. And again, they used our proprietary ads framework as well as our AIM strategy. If you're not familiar with our AIM strategy, let me break this down real quick for you here in just a few minutes or 30 seconds or whatever. AIM stands for attract, influence, and monetize. Attract is how we get in front of the ideal buyers using highly targeted ads. When somebody goes to YouTube and they're doing a search and they're doing all this research and they're trying to find solutions, they have a high intent to buy something. The intent is so much higher than them just scrolling on Facebook, looking at what their friends are doing, what their mom ate for dinner last night, or what their neighbor's doing at what game they're going to this weekend, or whatever it is. They are looking for solutions. So that's why we typically almost always start with YouTube ads. And then influence. After we generate those leads and that traffic, we keep those leads and that traffic engaged and build trust via retargeting. So do we use Facebook and Instagram as well? Absolutely. We use that tool for what I believe it's primarily meant for, which is basically staying in front of that ideal customer that we've already been able to tag through YouTube ads. Do we do cold marketing as well on Facebook and Instagram? Sure, but after, not to start typically, right? So, and then finally, after we've engaged and built that trust via retargeting, we monetize. We want to direct that warm traffic back into that sales process so we ultimately get the leads that we want, get the book calls that we want, get the webinar registrations and attendees that we want, that ultimately drive more people to buy and increases revenue for our clients. So if you're interested in getting our marketing and this AIM strategy to work in your business, your next step is to book a call either with me or with someone on my team. So go ahead, scroll down below this video, click on the button to book a call, and we will see you guys there. Take care for now.